come to our attention that there is a being, a person, named Aidan, who many believe to be a human, but we know the truth. We know that Aidan is actually a plant in disguise. The following documentary features found footage, scientific evidence, and real live clips of Aidan, and proof that he is in fact a plant. Things right? Aidan's a person. The plant is a plant. Right? Wrong. Firsthand, but in order to do that, we needed to talk with Aidan, which leads to a bit of a problem because you can't necessarily go up and ask someone, "Hey man, are you a plant or not?" So we took an interview with him, told him it was about, I don't know, a study of gingers or something, and asked him questions that might not pertain too much to our documentary, but the answers speak for themselves. So here we are interviewing Aidan Kelly on the life of being a ginger. If you don't mind, we're just going to ask you a few questions about your daily life, daily routines. It'll be for a survey. It'll help make humanity better, maybe improve upon gingers.
Sounds good.
All right, thanks. So, what hobbies do you have?
I'm really into gardening.
Oh, gardening.
Taught me. Got a small garden, plant trees. I like flowers. I do some floral designs. And, you know, sunbathing. I enjoy laying in the sun and soaking up the energy from the sun.
Right. Gardening's a pastime of yours?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All I do.
So, what do you plan on doing with your life?
Next year, I'm headed to the U of C for botany.
Botany?
Botany, yeah.
That's what again?
Plants and stuff.
Study of plants,
Yeah.
right?
I like to garden.
All right, cool. That's just about it for the questions we're asking you, aside from, well, there's only one more question. How much water do you drink on a daily basis?
Quite a lot. Let's go. 20 liters, give or take. 20. I drink
20,
a lot,
give or take.
It's hard, you know, gardening out in the nice warm summer sun, you know. I get a little parched.
Parched, all right. And one last thing, we're gonna need a hair sample to kind of just do some research on gingers. Would you mind if we took that right now?
No, go ahead.
All right, sure.
With that.
You just lean forward a bit. All right, thank you. We took the samples from Aidan back to our lab, where our top researchers had some shocking information. So, what did you discover about Aidan's cellular structure when looking at it under a microscope?
Well, his DNA seemed to be something that we have never seen before, and it was very odd that he had similarities to a plant cell in his human cell, like a cell wall and chloroplast.
Take regular humans, for example. They live, they laugh, they learn, they study. Regular human things. But not Aidan. Hi, so thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. We just have a few questions about Aidan.
Okay.
Yeah. So we heard you go to school with him.
Yeah, I think he's in my social fund.
Yeah, is that it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you noticed anything odd about him?
Well, now that you mention it, I think he might have started to wear a new kind of like cologne.
Cologne? How would you describe the smell that he has?
It's kind of earthy.
Earthy.
Kind of maybe like a greenhouse or something.
Greenhouse.
Yeah.
Right, right.
Yeah.
How would you like describe him as like a person, like physically, emotionally? What is Aidan like?
I'm gonna say he's tall, kind of
Like a tree.
Yeah, but more like a soft personality, more like
So,
kind of like a
like a
delicate
flower, like a flower.
Delicate flower, yeah.
Oh.
Delicate flower.
Oh. So, it's tall like a tree, but delicate like a flower. Do you know anything about his past?
Well, I know that he was born at some point.
Born? Maybe.
He was nurtured. And
Nurtured.
He grew into the man that he is
Grew. And let me know if you need a moment. Would it surprise you if we told you he was experimented on? If he was a part of an experiment done by the government?
That would surprise me, yeah.
Alright, because we have evidence that we can't show you right now, but we have evidence, solid proof that Aidan is actually a plant.
That explains so much.
What do you think? Does this make sense?
It all fits together perfectly.
It does.
Hold on.
Do you need a minute? It's a natural science lab where Aidan spends most of his spare time in hopes of finding rare footage of him. We, however, weren't very successful in finding Aidan. We went in to talk to one of Aidan's teachers, Mr. Melnick, about anything that he might have noticed about him. Mr. Melnick, could you answer a few questions about Aidan Kelly, one of your students?
I'll answer some of your questions, but I'm pretty busy.
All right, perfect. So we don't want to take too much of your time here, but you were Aidan's teacher, yeah?
Yes, I taught Aidan.
Yeah. How would you describe Aidan?
Aidan's like any other student. He just really likes to sit over there by the window.
By the window in the sunlight?
Yes, for sometimes he would just sit there all period, sort of gazing out. And he seemed refreshed or energized by it, but I never said anything to him until the one time we were watching a movie. I turned out the lights and he just seemed to wilter away. And then he asked if he could shove his head up between the curtain and the window and just sort of put his face to the glass for a few minutes. I don't know, I should have probably told someone about that, but I didn't.
It must not have seemed unusual at the time.
No, I mean, it's totally normal behavior for a teenager to want some more sunlight, right?
All right, all right. So have you noticed anything odd about him?
No. Why?
No? Just seems like a normal student?
What's wrong with that? No, Aidan's a perfectly normal individual.
All right.
He just needs lots of warmth and water. Like, I mean, obviously, you know, we get thirsty, and I would see him drink water constantly. You never had to go to the washroom, though. That was kind of weird. He would just drink so much water and never had to go to the bathroom.
Right. If you had to compare Aidan to an object in this world, like, I don't know, whatever, what would you say Aidan was most like?
Like a human being, you mean? Or
no, not like a human, like just any object, really.
What is it? A kid. He's just a kid.
Not like a tree, no?
What are you talking about? Why would you compare this? Why? I don't understand what you this.
Okay.
No.
Would it surprise you?
I think this is over. This is over.
So, what do you know about Aidan?
Well, I was actually working in the lab where he was actually created. We picked up this small ginger kid from an orphanage in San Diego. We brought him back up to Toronto where we did the experiments on him. We managed to splice his DNA with the DNA of a plant. Afterwards, we kept him in a cage and performed tests on him and tortured him. And it's pretty brutal. I was only the lab assistant, so I wasn't in charge of anything, but he escaped in 2013 from our facility, and we're not exactly sure of his whereabouts at this time. We believe he's in the Alberta region. Yeah. I have some classified documents with me I will be handing to you so that you can supplement your research on this monster. Thank you. You're welcome.
Here we have some of the top secret classified documents that our informant gave to us. Again, these are top secret government documents. We probably shouldn't be showing them on film, but the truth must be known. So as you can see here, there's a diagram. Aidan equals plant. Fascinating. Using top secret science stuff, we merged Aidan's DNA with the DNA of a fern. He is now a plant man. This evidence is groundbreaking, incriminating. This makes everything all make sense. As you can see here, we have a diagram of Aidan's plant man DNA. It appears as if his actual DNA is growing what looks like leaves of some sort. That's again a real picture of his actual DNA that we collected from our informant. Here we have a diagram of Aidan's hair. It says that it's grass dyed orange. That would explain a lot. They must have done that to cover up the fact that he's actually a plant. However, he escaped and didn't know that his hair was orange, so he must not have changed it by now. Wow, this is groundbreaking evidence. Like, I need a moment. Just shut off the camera. Shut up.